Good morning.
Hello. Guess what? This is episode 91 of the worst podcast on the internet.
Woo!
The only podcast.
Where you get the slow clap, no
The
matter
slowest of claps.
how annoying it is. Okay, let's see who's here.
Who's here, Jana?
Morph Wizards. Tara from Voodoo. Reptifari. I still see Reptifart every time. Jason with Anima Mundi. Forward Reptiles, Python Patrol, Lord Gray, one of our sponsors. Good morning. Ash with Sierra Scales, Brill, Carissa with Autumn Leaves, Stuart Weston from the UK. Hello, UK.
Top of the morning to you.
Kelsey Diaz, that's Cosmic Colubrids from Oregon. Texas Kid, Jaw-Dropping Morphs, Blazing Blue Tongues, another PNW. Hello. Marissa's here. Lisa's here. Marshall's here. Specialty Herps. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. This is a Not Safe for Work podcast, but also for some reason we have sponsors. VetDNA.com. For all of your testing needs, use code SHITHAPPENS for $5 off the crypto panel, and they provide testing for everything else you have. Ball pythons, corn snakes, Western Hognose, dogs, chickens, rats, your weird chlamydia-filled turtles. They can solve many problems that you may have. Thank you, Ral, VetDNA.com. I'm the worst.
Also, hello to Kane's Constrictors, KMB, Matt, Lilac Hollow, and Multiplayer Morphs.
We have some other sponsors too.
We have some other sponsors.
What's
Mr.
this?
OG, that's so cute. What is it?
Albie Snow Tangerine.
Albie Snow Change Cross. So Shane is dropping YouTube videos every Sunday. Make sure you're subscribed and have hit the notification bell on that. He is still sponsoring our podcast. I don't know. Re-up for another year. So you guys are going to keep seeing our OG around, and make sure you are subscribed on every platform so you can catch his updates.
And check out his video with Leviathan from this week. They were showing off mini brown snakes.
Many brown snakes, which are our favorite, everyone knows.
Respect.
Chris with BNS Reptilia. He has a lot of eggs dropping, lots of exciting things. He just did also a barbecue up in the PA that I wished I could have gone to. It looked like a lot of fun. But if you are looking for unique boas and colubrids, those are nice eggs. He's got a variety of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for sponsoring the podcast, Chris.
Page found. What did you do?
What did I do? It's supposed to be Gray Family Snakes. If you just type it in the search, we can just pull them up that way. They are continuing to sponsor the podcast. They are involved mainly in the VPI Axanthic Pied project, but they're hoping to add in some DG and other exciting projects this season. They just had their Het DG confirmed via the new testing, which is exciting. Hopefully we'll start seeing more of these results around, and we can all just have a gander at what it means or what it's like to live with these kinds of genetics. I'm personally actually kind of excited. I think it adds another level of intellectuality that, like it's a puzzle. For me, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sponsoring the podcast. Also, this Saturday is our HRP live auction, and Gray Family Snakes will be there for that. So make sure you're coming. It's going to be 7 Eastern time. Make sure you're sharing this to your stories or posting it to your page. We will be doing t-shirt giveaways again for those who aren't going to participate in the bidding, but please get the word out so that people can come and hang out with us. And if you are coming to bid, make sure you've asked your sister, your mother, your grandma, your boyfriend, girlfriend, all the people.
Especially your wife's boyfriend. That's the
he
kicker.
Needs to know. So then we're going to do stonks today. I'm pretty excited. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I look forward to this one. So go ahead.
All right. Real quickly before that, a friend of the show is in need. So the link is in the show notes.
Links in the show notes. If you guys don't know, Q-Ball Morphs, Wayne, he did one of our auctions a couple weeks back. He's a PNW local. His son was shot and is fighting for his life. So coffee money, whatever you have, or just you can reach out Q-Ball Morphs and just leave him a comment that you're sending him good healing vibes for his son. I know all of us parents
it's horrific.
Cannot imagine what he's going through right now. Anyway, we are thinking about you and hope that you're able to raise those funds and that he will continue to fight and do well to recover.
Link in show notes. Okay. Lori thought it was 8. It's hard because it's July 8th at 7 p.m. There's too many.
See, when I first posted, I transposed that to Lori. It's not your fault. I probably posted it and you saw it posted, and then I went back and fixed it.
Yeah, I guess people, like, especially since you don't have a ton, you could come in late if you wanted to. Too.
I was just gonna say, an hour late, we wouldn't have minded. We would just make someone else
probably still be like harping on each other like a bunch of jackals and barely even auctioning at that point.
Yeah. Speaking of the auction, it's gonna be Gray Family Snakes, Bravo Zulu, Renfro Reptiles, Texas Kid Reptiles, and Jessica is gonna fill in any gaps.
Yeah, I'll just bring a bunch of extra riffraff, and so if we like have a slow point or something, because I could
Jessica riffraff, which is all of our favorite. I may purchase a corn.
You should wait until the like 2023s are ready.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I think you want candy canes. I don't have any.
I do want candy.
I just have one male candy cane left.
Well, you should save
from last year.
Save them for my box, please, and then. Wait, I want the males younger, the females older. Never mind.
Right.
Wait, do you have any het candy cane?
Basically, 90% of them is het candy cane.
Because I'd be okay with het girls and a visual boy.
We can talk about it later. I don't know what you want. It depends on your desires. Corns are weird. Like, they're almost all the same price. You might as well buy what you actually want or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd like some, like, shatter hets or something. Or some of your Miami Okati lines. And then I love candy canes. So that's why I said hets and a visual. Because then I'd get a mix of everything.
Yeah.
And yes. I need at least one tessera. Because that's my favorite. Candy cane tesseras are like, woohoo! But we'll argue off the show. I'm sure no one cares what corn snakes I want.
Well, we'll talk about it a little bit more in the show updates. I have like an update I'm trying to do for corn snakes. So let's talk about stonks, because that's why we're here, I guess, technically.
Can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to let it go. What's an Applegate pyro?
You want a picture?
Yeah, I want you to Google it for
me. They're probably, don't tell corn snakes I said this. They're probably a better version of a candy cane, aesthetically. But it's a pyro, so it eats like a pyro. You know?
I don't know what a pyro is.
It's like a mountain king, Arizona mountain king.
Oh, I love kings. Yeah, sorry. It's real pretty, but that's not the kind of king snakes I like. I like the mosaics. There's like a 2 combo mosaic that our friend, she's in Florida, right? She's not really our friend. She's Jessica's friend that I pretend is my friend. And she's a doctor. What's her name? Help me out.
Jennifer Archer.
Yes, Jennifer Archer has amazing king snakes. So if I got more king snakes, they would 1,000% be from her.
Yeah, my problem with the Florida kings is they don't look like that as adults. None of them. They all fade.
Well, so do ball pythons, but it doesn't stop us from producing them and selling them as flashy babies.
Corn snakes and these king snakes all look awesome as adults. My problem with these is they're hard start. The Desert Kings are hard starts to feed. Although Pyros are a little easier than, fucking some of the other ones. Whatever, we're supposed to be talking about stonks.
Stonks! Okay, they're like, shut up. Do the stonks. Sorry, guys. I'll shut up now.
All right. So it's been a tough year for everybody. But I don't know if we're quite seeing the bottom yet. But I think we're seeing the bottom in some morphs. So does that make people feel good? I don't know. Let's try to make you feel good. So here's Clown. Can
we zoom?
I can make it big, but I can't zoom.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. The between quarter differences is down, negligible amounts, 4 and 2% for males. So it's basically the same. I would call that a wash. Females are 310.76 and males are 172.32. So they are going down a tiny bit, but not a lot. So I feel like this is a bottom for clown. Okay. So you don't need to be posting your male clowns for $100 necessarily, unless you're desperate. Some people are selling a visual male clown for $100, but you could probably sell them for $125 or $150 too, because they are selling it at prices even higher than that. So your fast price now doesn't need to be $100.
And I feel like you can sell those, at least in our area at the shows, for $200 easily, because they look so different than the other ones.
Yeah, maybe your mileage may vary depending on your show network. I'm sure some of them are maybe some of them are even better than Pacific Northwest. I don't know. I know mine is not.
I was about to call bullshit.
And then to me, this is very reassuring. This is fairly stable because we still have a lot of fall, this year's production to get into. So,
well, and then 2020, we're back to 2020 prices ish. I mean, a little bit.
We're below 2020 prices,
but not a lot.
Maybe 12%.
So if this is where it's going to sit, then it's stabilized back to the 2020 market, which is what a lot of people who've been in for a long time are predicting the market will do, is stabilize around where it was before the COVID bumps.
Yeah, I think that's correct. But everything still has to be on its morph downward trajectory too. So but you would hope a visual recessive that is popular would not be the exact same price as a firefly.
Morning, Andy.
Morning.
I'm just saying, if you look at the graph, and I'm looking at the female side, so I'm ignoring the other one, but it's a baby version of it. You can see where it's doing its own morph decline, and then it kind of hits that bottom, but then we had the artificial COVID bump, and I feel like it's going to trend.
Yes, hopefully this
it's already done.
300 is the pet price or whatever.
Correct. That's what I'm saying, is that it is stabilizing at the bottom end of its. We're going to see some acid clown if you did that. I don't know, but there's some specific things that are still doing their own trend down, having nothing to do with the market, just the natural progression of a sought after thing. And so we'll have to see that decline first before we even see it stabilize, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I think the question is what is the rate of the natural decline in a market where people have poor sentiment? We'll see. GHI clown. The females are down 17%. The males is basically the same price to 1,033. These are all, I know nobody can read this, so you're just looking at the picture basically, but all of this is in the show notes.
So I feel like I said, I feel like we're seeing its decline as a sought after combination more than the decline of also it's probably mixed in there, but I feel like it's the normal decline of a sought after morph now that more people are producing it.
So I don't know if you want to think about this. To me, this sort of ratio between male and female price is kind of healthy, but I think they should be a little closer together.
And yours is saying such a big,
starting to differ. So here's like the male female switch where the males are more expensive because people can like make a bunch of combos quickly.
Everybody wants the males, they don't want the females.
Like early on, and then it switches, and so the female switch happens. So I think there's some like price decline coming in the female side, which is why it was almost the same here, but there's more of a drop.
You're saying that the red is going to dip down to a more normal ratio,
right? If the males are this price, because people can go buy a male for $400. This is the mean $500. You know what I'm saying? So they can make females very quickly now. So we have prices, and this is 20% drop almost in 3 months, not a year, 3 months. So 20% is a lot to me.
That is a lot.
Banana clowns. This would be like your pet clown, like the most pet clown.
The most popular pet clown, yes.
Females are up 12%. So that's a winner.
Interesting.
Males are down a little bit.
If visual bananas do that projects, like banana pied female, like, because then they're harder to get, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but they were down like last quarter at 825, and then they went up as like those animals. These are all mostly 2022 animals being sold at this point. So like, as they got older, that people were like, "Oh, it's a female clown banana."
So now I can price it up again.
No, I think people are just selling through inventory that they priced at last year's prices, but they finally sold them and converted them. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
That's my theory. Males are down a little bit, maybe 385. It's when you have like a ratio like this kind of price balance that I think is more normal. So this is close enough. But this kind of stuff, it means the females are too expensive relative to the male. I am not depressing. I'm fact-finding.
It's not depressing. It's exciting. It means that the market's about to stabilize. Shh. Let her do her thing.
I don't know about that.
Shh. Let me do my thing.
The market will stabilize if we don't breed a mega shit ton of shit this summer. Period. If we do it all again, the exact same number of animals, and aren't wholesaling or sending them out of the country, it will get worse. But if it's about the same amount or less.
Also, if you think about it, all of those people who didn't breed or bred a lot less. So what happens is you create a supply and demand. So next spring, there's going to be a lot less animals for sale. So the things that are more sought after, like, I don't think the pet market is going to change back. I think that was a COVID thing. But the smaller breeder animals, I think will go up, either up or it'll stabilize right then, because people will be needing to outsource for animals because they may or may not have produced it because they had less chances to produce it, or they skipped entirely and they need those animals. So I think that it's going to help that there's a lot less snakes. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at she just poured the half full glass on your head. You're copium. Copium?
Yeah.
I don't think enough people chose to not breed their low end stuff enough. I know some people have, like they were doing the upgrade strategy. They were setting aside codon females, not making heads on them. A lot of people did that, but I don't know if it's enough. Obviously, we'll see. So we'll find out. Desert Ghost is becoming normal. The female price has dropped to $600, which is down 32%.
Yikes.
And the male price is down 13%. But this is a normal ratio for a snake that was around for a long time, floating around this price. And this, to me, does not reflect the news that came out a couple weeks ago.
Right. We won't see that till the next one, or maybe even after.
Right. So like the sentiment, I wouldn't call this reflecting that at all. And some people were selling females for $400.
Ooh. That's what it was before it went crazy. I think it'll stabilize back at what it was before the gene went crazy again. Because it's been around long enough that I think that it doesn't need to go through like anymore once it
right.
regulates
Just go
back.
buy a desert ghost with a couple other genes. Like, why would you want to spend $1,000 for just a plain DG when you could buy one with genes for like almost the same price?
Yep.
Texas kid. I stopped selling down the Mexico. The market was fire last kid, but cutting off exports down there because they were taking advantage of our good grace prices last year and our lowballing now. Yeah, maybe we should have you on to talk about that.
That would be fun. Yes. Look for that email, Texas kid. I want to hear all about the market down there because I know that my brain's gonna go blank.
Miguel,
no, but what's his business? Always Evolving Pythons was spearheading the market down there. So I'd love to hear all about it.
Nothing to worry about. Selling animals for a couple hundo a piece is still profitable. Make your upgrades and stay relevant. Sure, but like things that were a couple hundo that would have been like an okay sale aren't selling for a couple hundo currently. So like the couple hundo price is now. You have to recalibrate and keep upgrading, I think is the point. And this is fine. This is much more healthy and normal. It's not weird. Because the male price can't stay this low with the female price this high and make sense long term. People are going to eat shit eventually. Yeah, I think we just agree. Buddy. All right, G-Stripe. Jana's favorite. Females are down 16%, but a male sold. No male sold at all in the last quarter. So that's good.
But it looks like it's the stabilized price because people are still trying to get into the G-Stripe clown. So they want a G-Stripe male to
look that way. Like the number of animals is so low.
Oh, that you're saying it's still not anything.
Nobody really. They might just be marking it sold because they wholesaled it or something. Like it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 females, and one of the females was sold for $30. $30.
That's some good money.
So that
was a add to your basket that's already got other stuff in it.
Yeah, there's not a lot as much interest in G-Stripe, so there's not as much like sales for each morph kind. So that's sort of a problem. Like I keep checking leopard G-Stripes. I think that's like one of the best plus ones.
Leopard and
but not many exist and not many sell.
Mm-hmm. They're so pretty rare.
We'll probably do like a whole year trend for like more G-Stripe combos like at the end of the year. But
I think at the end of the year we should do like specific combos just to see.
Double head Kikis. Some did sell, but they were all Garricks at $850. So Garrick
that's still like such a good price still.
Yeah, I didn't double check if they had like happened when he was doing a sale, but that was the list price anyway. Acid. Oh brother. Taking the triple L this quarter. No males sold and females were down 46%. Down to 375. And it makes sense that males wouldn't sell because you can buy like a male head
or a visual, yeah,
or whatever, a hypo acid for not
people. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. It just means like if the males are super duper cheap, there will be lots of other super duper cheap combos out with it. Because once a male could still command enough because it was going to make another bunch of $1,000 males. But the male female switch happened last year, and now we're like firmly in it, and it'll just be we're still have more bottoming out to do, which is the single gene acid.
I'd love to see the acid clown one next time.
I've done it. There's just not enough of them that are just acid clown have sold.
Oh, that's
they're
fair.
Almost all acid. And then there's not enough like acid pastel or acid yellow belly pastel. There's just like 3 of each kind. I tried it, but I thought about like trying to figure out a way to do like a weighted measure of like what the relative importance of the like non-important incomplete dominant is. but I don't know if I would ever do that in like an actual empirically real way. Like pinstripe is like -5 points for price or something, unless there's -5 and spider's -10.
Spider's just -50.
+5, but black pastel's +10, or like a sentiment score to like adjust the acid clown price based on sentiment. But that would be me making shit up for sure. So I don't know how to do that. Oh, Puzzle. So Puzzle was doing pretty good, just hanging out in the post in like the 2019 price range for a while. But then it went through the male-female shift. Females are now like distinctly more expensive when it was reversed before. And their males are down 25% and females are down 16%. So females are 1,500, males are about 1,000 this quarter. And you got to realize, like, a lot of these animals were already put up for sale and already priced at these prices. They just didn't sell, 3 months ago, 4 months ago when we were doing like the end of 2022 pricing. So like we have unrealized losses sitting on morph market still for a lot of morphs because the animals are there and they're priced. So we'll keep seeing like drops if people keep basing it on not what has sold, but what the current inventory is. So maybe like if you have a high-end combo, you shouldn't price it based on the inventory on at that moment, but like a weird amalgamation of the sold inventory and the inventory that's on at that moment. Because some people's like sentiment is out of the fucking $30 G stripes. Like that's not a good sentiment to base your price on. But I feel like a lot of people are indeed like following the leader with stuff where there aren't that many examples, so they don't need to do that. Like a single gene clown, fucking who cares? Do whatever puts it in like a reasonable place in the market. But for some of these combos, there's like 2. So why do you need to like match the lowest price on morph market?
You don't. Still be proud of what you've made. I don't know.
Right. Or just be like,
patient.
Guaranteed Nido negative. Add $200 to it. What? Sunset. You gotta remember, Sunset has like the like old, really high prices and then the new prices. So I have a new graph that like cuts off the 2018 prices. So they're down a good bit. I guess I didn't do percents. I'm a bad person. Females are down to 3,750 and males are down to 3,300. So they've also experienced at this price point the male-female shift, which is interesting because the male-female shift happened at different times for different morphs, but it literally just happened this quarter.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the time of year it is. If people are buying their males for next season.
But wouldn't that make the price more expensive?
Yes, it would. Never mind. Ignore me.
I think this is like there aren't.
No, that's what I was trying to say. Like, so the male-female switch happened. I wonder if that had anything to do with at the beginning of the year you're buying for next year, and now you're not buying for next year. That was what my question was. Sorry.
I don't know. That's hard to like figure out because a lot of the sales happen privately right now. Still,
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, handshake.
So who knows what like the Sunset plus 1 gene price is really? For the with the special customer discount.
So Beast Morphs, these are just basic Sunsets. She doesn't put in genes.
Right. Because it wouldn't be fair. Yeah, Space Force says they think 3 to 3,500 range is right for this time for a single gene Sunset. And I think that's because a lot more males plus 1 gene have come onto the market, which will obviously push down the just plain. But I think it's weird that the male-female switch has happened this early in its like price life cycle. Because it didn't happen for Puzzle until like 20 years later, right?
I just feel
the male female switch happened in 2019,
but we also didn't monitor that per quarter. So I'm interested to see what it looks like at the end
if
of
it parents out for the whole year,
and see what it looks like comparative to the year before. I wonder if we'll see different trends, like I said, per time of year, in the bigger projects, the higher end projects.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there probably is a lot of noise here. We're like over like attributing meaning to, because it's more better as like an annual basis, because most snakes, no matter what anybody tells you, don't sell the year they're born. So like they sell the year after they're born. And this is true for Hognose too, which I thought was surprising. Everyone's like, Hognose just fucking fall out of my pocket and money appears. And no, actually they don't. It's not quite like that, but we'll get there. Dreamsicle, brutalized. Holy fuck. Females are down 23% and males are down 6%. So the average for Dreamsicle female is 15.24. Like, this is a fair ratio. Male females shift happened 2019, maybe here. I don't know. The prices are weird long time ago, but it's like distinctly female biased now. It's just like a big drop from the end of 2022. It's almost dropped in half in total. So once we do like the whole year analysis and try to do significant figures, we'll see if there's like what the percent drop is this whole year. Like, what was the real change? It's still like a nice looking snake. I don't see it going up for like the plain Jane flavor this year, like recovering much. But as always with Dreamsicle, it's still a popular project. Lots of them have moved at this price. Like, 3 or 4 G stripes total sold, but 22,000-ish Dreamsicle sold. And that doesn't even include the ones with plus incomplete dominance. So I was still like, even though it's losing money, it's still like a popular, well-liked project. That's good. Unlike Candy Pie, which I didn't even do any writing for, because nothing ever sells in it because nobody works it except for like 3 people. So like, is it better that it's more expensive-ish, even though look, it dropped to $12.50 for the couple that sold? If nobody works it? Don't yell at me, Candy Pie people.
Candy Pie is my favorite.
I know.
The albino recessive pies.
And then Hypoclown, which is the other double. I didn't do any new doubles because it's hard. Males were down 16%, which isn't too bad. It's 111 to 931. I mean, it is bad, but like, you really want a double with something else in it on the male side. And no females sold at all. And there are females on Morph Market I checked, but the people who have females have them at like 2K or more. But they have been selling for 1,800, like in previous months, 1,800 to 1,500. So people don't want it for 2K, but maybe they would have bought them for 1,800.
So the people that are sitting on those probably need to go down a bit.
Yeah, if they want to move it, or they keep feeding it. But a lot of those are like last year's females or whatever.
It's probably one of those situations like, make me move, make me sell.
Right. But if you, I don't know the answer to like how to drop prices correctly for like the high end stuff. And sometimes you like literally don't care. Will literally keep it forever. You love it. Yeah. Don't give a fuck. So that person might feel that way about his females.
Yes.
So that's, bless his heart. Go for it, buddy. So I don't like, it's not a bloodbath, but I think we're still in correction mode. I think maybe Clown is leveled out, where it's going to level out. But there needs to be some more shaving in some other projects. But it's just like more important ever to not breed like do like the 80-20 rule. Do not breed the worst 20% of your female population. You can breed the 80%, we'll give you that. but don't breed like, because we don't really need it, whatever that is. The worst 20%. Okay. Hognose time. There are many less morphs than in Hognose, obviously. And they're also, some of them are like very old. So they've done very weird things. And I find that very interesting. So this is pretty sure this is what I posted on the Instagram. Albino. Single gene albino. Let me just bring this up. The rules are the same. So it has to be less than like, no more than like to the December of the year after it was born to count. Can't have any other hets or conda or whatever the fuck in it. And Hognose people are apparently the worst at using Morph Market because all of their stuff is mis-ID'd. 66% het toffee belly conda. It'll be under just albino. And you're just like,
screw you.
Double visual. Like I'm looking for snow and it'll be like, POS, 66 POS double, whatever. That none of them know how to use the buttons correctly. Well, I think people win completely on that category, 100%. Take the L, Hognose people. What the heck? So I had to really clean it up a lot. So if you scrape that data, it would be the worst. But anyway, albinos. So they are doing great, right? So they went up in the pandemic and kept going up. And maybe they dropped a little bit earlier this year, but not that much. And now they're back to pandemic highs. They're not that expensive to begin with, though. So they went from like a male was $170 in 2017 and a male's $342.
You know what I think this little bump is due to?
Jana.
It is from everybody saying, the hoggy market's hot! And everybody's like, ooh, I got to go buy in. That's why males are so expensive, like bumped up so much. And I just think that that's what's happening here. And
it's really easy to just go buy a $300 snake.
Yeah.
Just like, why not? When you're used to being like, I need to scrape together $5K.
Yeah. I need to get a couple of more albino or het albino females.
Yeah, and the other thing about Hognose is they're hard to breed. They eat their own eggs. They eat their mates, and they produce lots of slugs, and they're hard to start. So they are
have fun with your hoggies.
They're shitty at making lots of babies for the normal keeper who starts to keep them. So it's a price protection mechanism. You should, if you want to be in Hognose, you should be good at Hognose or try to be good. I don't know. So, and then you'll do fine. But a lot of people will get in and be like, this is fucking bullshit. And then get right back out again. So that's kind of good for the prices. But I was just really impressed. It's very consistent. If there's no more price drop because it was already priced in a long time ago because albino is an old gene. It was always $200 for a long time, and it just became more popular.
Can we add that to our next Stonks report? Maybe yes. We'll do the online frozen rodent prices. Or there's no data for the back prices is what would cause the problem, right?
No, I think it's pretty, I don't know I think it's pretty obvious that their carrying cost is way, 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 way lower than a ball python's carrying cost. Because they stay small for a long time. They don't need it to be in a huge rack. You can almost keep a male in a V18 until it's forever. Forever. So the price is stable. They're hard to breed, but they don't cost a lot to hold your inventory. And lots of Hognose inventory is held to the second year. I even had some people selling them the third year. It's off of their original baby posting. Maybe having never changed the price that much, but it didn't eat that much and wasn't that big. So it didn't matter. They didn't feel the need to price drop. They just held it and sold it when someone was ready to buy it. Which ball pythons need help with that. But I was impressed. And this includes red or purple lines.
That's what I have.
because there is like a price premium, but it's not as much as you would think, actually.
Yeah, it's not as much as you would think anymore.
Axanthic.
I'm gonna run away just for a second. I'll be right back.
Axanthic is a little bit more like indicative of like a price jump due to the pandemic, because they were sort of floating around 300. There was no sales in 2018. You get a little bit of a bump, and maybe they've dropped off a tiny bit, but I feel like albino has a better like pet placement than Axanthic, but I think Axanthic's cool. And I'm excluding like a ton of Axanthic head albinos, which are most of the Axanthics on the market. So that might have changed the price a little bit. Yeah, Blackjack is correct. Ball python people drop prices if it doesn't sell in a week and doesn't help the market at all. Right. It's like a species problem. Like if they've truly kept everything for like the full like 1 year life cycle of its pricing, then they would need more food and more rack space than maybe they currently have. But that's much easier to do when the package, a hognose or something little, is much smaller. Look, Matt agrees. Yeah, hognoses are a pain in the ass. Matt says the third year of trying to reproduce hognoses and our first clutch is due to hatch in about a week. They've been a little humbling. Yeah. My hognose currently was trying to destroy the ARS cage to escape, to find somewhere else to lay her eggs, because she's not happy with me or all the things I do for her. So I heard her like grinding her rostrum on like it's like everybody else is pretty happy, but it's not good enough. So I have to like refluff her butt or something so she doesn't like retain eggs again. Jana's back.
In your alleged hognose.
Wink. They're desert corn snakes. That's
fine.
Right.
Allegedly. Does she have a lay box and everything? And she's still just like...
Yeah, she had her prelay shed. She was doing fine. She went in there. She had lots of wild,
parties,
intermissions with her buddy. And then and last night I hear like grinding, and I'm like, what is that noise? And it's her like rubbing her rostrum so hard she deflects the like hybrid inserts with her body. I'm like, you are insane. Get back in your lay box. Doesn't count. So this is interesting, but I think it's probably still fine. These are only like a $20 price difference between 2020 and 2023, and some stuff has gone up.
Did you answer this question?
No, I did not.
So Hillary says, is there a difference between the price of baby hognose and ready to breed hognose reflected in what you just showed?
These are only animals that are less than 2.0 years old. So the problem with hognose is males can breed at 18 months. So I technically, by the rules, included breedable males. But I don't want to include breeding age female albinos because they're $2,000. They're much more expensive. Males, it doesn't really matter as much. They're almost all the same price.
Yeah, and it is really hard to find ready to breed hognoses. I feel like those are sold between friends offline.
Yeah, who wants to buy them? Sounds like crypto to me.
But they have a convenient coupon that they can use. Shit happens to double check on that.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Just me. You can still check, but I wouldn't do it. Join the Discord if you want to know why. Moving on. Snow. Snow is like so interesting. This is the stablest fucking graph I've ever seen in my life, and it's going up still. Up.
And this is still hognose.
Still, yeah. We're just doing Western Hognose Morphs. So Snow is a combination of albino and axanthic. It's higher now than it was during the pandemic. for like a combo female.
Yep, Rooney. Still doing good. I thought you said the Hognose was going to depress me. Is that because it's doing so good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought I thought I had like taken a nosedive.
I wanted to do this because I wanted to like. I don't know. I don't want people to jump into Hognose though, because then they're gonna like ruin Hognose. But I think.
Lisa, if you need a link or anyone else wants a link to the Discord, it is a testing Discord, not an HRP Discord. You just have to message Jessica or I or the HRP Instagram.
I sent Lisa one.
Well, she needs a new one.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah. So just message us and we can get you a link to that. But just know that it's discussing testing reptiles.
Yeah, it's its own beast. It's like
its own little like testing nerdy Discord.
Lavender, Jessica's favorite, maybe second favorite. I don't know. It did have like this is its normal like Morphe price drop. Like it finally happened. Like Snow and Albino and Axanthic had already like priced in their price drop because they were like 1,000 years old. It's still fucking pretty consistent. A female in 2019 was 800, and a female last month was 750. So that's pretty good. Last time I checked. So the morph drop has happened, and it probably will still be happening a little bit, but it's being propped up by all this like extra interest. Sounds great. The male price has dropped maybe $100 in 4 years.
That's pretty damn good, guys.
Sign me up.
So the Hognose market is alive and well and flourishing.
Yes, but I think it relies on the fact that it has a good, strong pet like market to support it, right? Like that's why ball pythons they would be fine. Like we could sell them all for $500 or whatever, but we need the pet market to scale with like the boutique breeder market, and Hognose is there, so it supports it and keeps it going. But maybe we have done a bad job of reaching out to enough pet ball python keepers to keep them coming in to buy one banana pie.
That's right. We need Snake Discovery to start featuring ball pythons
Snake
more.
Discovery.
Get on it. They just had their first clutch, which was pretty fun.
The banana one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know if they should have bred it though. Just saying.
I don't care. It's positive exposure for the ball python pet market. So
okay.
They can breed a normal to a normal for all I care, as long as they do it on video.
Arctic. I don't know what's going on with Morph Market, but when I search Arctic, I am forced to look at Super Arctics, even though I'm like no other gene. So it includes them all the same. And that was irritating to me.
Even if you put one gene?
Yeah.
The Super Arctic 2 gene?
Thanks a lot, Darian. Hashtag thanks, Darian.
Thanks for the extra work.
So I ended up doing both Arctic and Super Arctic, even though I was going to do Arctic and just Anaconda. But I didn't do Anaconda. Hi. So it's a little bit more like Cookie for Cocoa Puffs. Not as, it's still pretty consistent, but it is on a trajectory down. I would count like this part as like the morph drop time. But people are now not buying a plain Arctic male to breed. People are probably buying an Arctic Het Lab or something. So
or Super Arctic male.
It's acting more like, my cat just stomped in here. I'm on a live podcast. Gotta go.
I don't think she cares.
But people are buying the females, and these are not including hets of any kind. So they have to be just like straight Arctic. And obviously most people are doing at least something het, something, because it's easy to make 20 recessive double whatever hets. Toffee belly. So excluding them makes the prices weird. Super Arctic, very normal like Morphe curve, but it's still been pretty like stable since 2019. It didn't like go up a ton during the pandemic. So that said like seems good to me. Not a ton of people got in. all at the same time, like they did in ball pythons. Drove the prices up. It's just people been getting in, breeding, being like happy about it. Now after we do this, everyone will get in and the prices will go up. And then we'll crash the market. Also, the cat here.
Oh, see, just wanted to be here.
Are we missing comments? Just if there's a comment, it's exciting. Keep going.
They're talking about how to get babies to eat. They're talking about scenting for babies. Arctic can be hard to identify.
Oh my god, it sucks ass.
49 people.
2 likes.
2 likes. You guys are jerks. Go hit that like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get up over 1,000. Well, I'm trying to get up over 1,000 this year. That is my goal, and we're halfway through the year. So let's make it happen, people.
It'll happen.
I got a low expression Arctic.
We're at like 800 now
for the price of Conda.
Yeah, I think to me, Arctic should be treated like paint or something, where even though we see the head effect, we treat it like a recessive, and we breed a homozygous Arctic, and so we have guaranteed Arctic heads. That's my opinion.
We're gonna crash the breeder market.
Fuck.
Not sorry.
No. I just think it's just like interesting, right? Like this is how we like diversify our basket of snake stocks, is by having different species, which we've always been an advocate for. Hognoses are harder to breed, their prices are more stable, and maybe you think they're irritating, but they sell good at shows. So like there's a balancing act there where you could just have some too, right? Like who cares? But we don't have to. There's a lot of people who are like, I'm only doing ball pythons because I want to make sure my projects are dialed in. Like I get it, but like you need to be able to pivot sometimes. And I think right now is a good time to have already been in hognoses all along. I do like super Arctics though, they're badass. So like having a hard to ID heterozygote is worth it. Last one, probably my favorite, Sable. So Sable to me feels like a very clear morph curve. And I think it'll stabilize from here.
Yeah.
Because it's badass. And it's a newer one. But the last
does Texas Kid do hogs?
I don't think so.
So I don't think we'll have any hog noses in the upcoming auction. If someone is a hog nose breeder and a listener, or you know someone that has a bunch they're looking to sell, you guys don't have to do wholesale prices. You can price however you feel comfortable. It is not necessarily a wholesale auction. All you have to do is reach out. Obviously, preferences given if you don't breed ball pythons, because we have quite a list going, but we're hoping to increase to every 2 to 3 weeks instead of every month. We would love to have more variety. If you sell something that isn't a ball python, absolutely reach out. We will get you in the next available slot. The only things that are required to be in the part of the auction is that you have to be testing friendly. That doesn't mean you have to test yourself. It just means that you have to let the people buying test on receipt. And it's not a high percentage yet. We're hoping to get that number up, but a few of your buyers will be asking to test on intake. And that's the market that we are trying to create, is a testing friendly market. So that's definitely required of you if you want to participate in one of our auctions. And also we ask that you advertise. So when Jessica posts on HRP about the upcoming auction, we'd like you to post that to your page. We'd also like photos of at least 1 or 2 of what you're planning to bring, so we can also do that in advertising. But we don't take a percentage of your profits. If you don't want to comp shipping at a certain level to encourage box building, you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. People come bring it on retail price.
That's right. If you want to bring it at retail and that's what you're comfortable, then you do you. If you want to do high end and you've got a very high minimum price in mind, that's okay. Come do you. We're just offering our platform up because we think that the market needs alternatives to what is currently available. We chose to wholesale because that's what types of animals we had at the moment. So that is not a requirement. We're also, I think, going to encourage people with higher end animals to try the reverse auction just to see how that goes. But that's also said, not a requirement. We
are
keeping a list. If you're interested, shoot us over a message with what you will be bringing, not per animal, but just animal type. And if it's like high end or pet, just so we have an idea, so we can match you with the right auction.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Especially every 2 weeks, different stuff can come out, and maybe people can find what they want and throw it in a box when they wouldn't have necessarily bought it retail, but maybe they kind of wanted to. I don't know. Let's just do something different. I haven't sold a snake on Mark Market since April.
Right. If anybody is friends with JMG and he wants to bring his wholesale or his high-end stuff, we would kill to have him on the auction. So if he's your friend, poke him. I know he's not a big social guy, but maybe he'll throw us a bone and show up.
I think he would if we asked him, because
maybe I'll ask him, but he doesn't know who the heck I am. Anyway,
we just have to wait until we have known dates, and we could be I don't know, spread people out the right way. That's been the hardest part for me. I'm it's not just too much ball python. It can be too much low end ball python. It can be too many males. That would just make nobody want to come back ever again. So you gotta think about it.
Blackjack, that would be great. Yeah, give him an elbow to the gut and tell him to come do it. It's not that big a deal. You don't have to talk the whole time. You can just state what it is, state the price, and then be quiet and show the snake if that's what you're more comfortable with. We do have 2 auctions scheduled right now. The next one is this Saturday, the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then we have another one that is scheduled for July 22nd. Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Right now we have Powerhouse coming, and we also have Creme de la Creme. He's going to be bringing the rest of those breeders that don't sell between now and then. So that'll be exciting. For those of you who are looking for breeder females, he has some really nice stuff. So that will be pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want specific animals in the auction, elbow your friends that sell those animals so that we can offer a better variety. Anyway, were you all done with the Stonk report?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just thought, if corn snakes could float around $300, that'd be great. Just forever. That's what I think.
Here, puff, give.
I need some copium. Hard.
Texas kid, put in the comments below what you're going to be bringing. Just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go into our second sponsors?
Yeah, let's do a second sponsor, so then we just chit chat and talk about whatever. Who's this?
Who's this? This is Stoneage Ball Pythons. He is putting in a reptile room in his garage, which is always exciting when you move from a house operation to a not house operation. So that's exciting. Congratulations to you, and thank you for continuing to sponsor the podcast.
Thank you. It looks awesome.
It looks great. Yeah, come do my build out, because it needs some love. It's sad.
My cat is rubbing on the mic. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
This is Bravo Zulu. She's got some neat stuff hatching right now, so make sure you check out her Instagram. She is our female-owned, veteran-owned supporter that we love having around, and she has re-upped as well. So thank you for supporting the podcast and for not firing us. Always appreciate that.
And this one has an accompanying YouTube video that's clutch cutting, so check it out on YouTube.
Yes, it does. Also. So check out her YouTube, and she goes over what she hatched out, and it was a pretty exciting clutch for her. So check that out. And then here we have, last but not least, Andy with Powerhouse Pythons. He also has some really neat stuff hatching out, more eggs dropping. He is local to me. He does ball pythons. He just picked up some new, remind me what kind of Stimson's pythons, but obviously those are growing out, so those aren't going to be having babies anytime soon, but pretty cool that he's branching out. And he's also branched out into leopard geckos, but probably no babies this year. And he is our Pacific Northwest dealer for Go for Cocoa. So if you're local here, he does not ship. You can get those at the local shows from him, or if you are within driving distance, you can hit him up and pick some up from his house.
This cat.
Powerhouse says, or you can go from your garage to your house because you got too big for your garage. That's pretty funny. Anyway, thank you guys still for sponsoring the podcast. We appreciate you. And the sponsorship money for now is going towards our StreamYard subscription, and also when we give out during the auctions and any kind of other like odd events that we do, we give out the t-shirts, and the sponsors paid for that. So thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a money-making operation.
No, it's not. Like, this is mostly just for
rising tide lifts all boats kind of a business.
Correct.
Right.
So it's nice though that we don't have to put that cost. So we appreciate them.
Thank you. We haven't done a collection update in like a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do a little bit of news. But what is your collection update, Jana? Does Jana breed ball pythons?
Jana breeds ball pythons! Can we get a round of applause, everybody? Woo! My girls are finally building. We are finally pairing snakes. It's exciting. I feel like I am a breeder again. Last year I wasn't quite sure. And I think a bunch of you thought that maybe I had gotten out. Mm-hmm. The rumors are not true.
Including me.
And well, including my partner here. She's like, yep, she got out and just didn't tell anyone.
There's just like no snakes on the Instagram. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, so you will start seeing breeding pairs on there. You will hopefully in the next 3 months start seeing ball python eggs coming. Very excited to be back doing something with my collection. The acid clown has decided that he loves ASFs live and he can have as many as he wants. So he's eating really good. I am just waiting for his peens to mature. So he's finally to a weight that I'm happy with and is continuing to gain. And all we need is those peens to work. So I'll update you guys once I have an update on that. Also, I had my first live clutch of king snakes drop last week. I had a whole clutch of slugs, which was my fault, breeder errors, and then a fertile clutch drop, but mama ate some of them. So we have 2, which I will take 2 to 0 eggs on the ground at all. So we are hopefully going to hatch our very first king snake 60 to 75 days, probably more towards the 75 because I just have them sitting out in my reptile room, which is right now is like 60 or 76, 78.
Most of my corns at like that type temperature just add like 5 days. It's not even like 15.
Oh, it's not 15. Okay. Well, 60 to 70 days, we should have some babies. I'm very excited to open up my countdown app and actually have shit in it. Also, I don't know if Jessica pulled that link up where she's still refusing to acknowledge this is happening, but I also started a second business. I am going to be breeding.
I saw it.
You saw it. She didn't pull it up because she hates it.
I just don't know what to do with Jana.
I started a second business. I will be breeding doodle dogs. So I shared that onto my Instagram.
Why didn't you list it under your business?
What do you mean? Why did I list it under my business?
Dogs have tails. It could have just been a different logo, but ASM Royal Tails. Like
so I'm starting it with a friend, and so I didn't brand it after myself. If in the end she decides not to be in the business with me, then I may brand it under that with a different logo, just because this is with my girls too. So we'll see what happens. It's an adventure. It needed a name. It has a name for now.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. If you guys want to see it, there's a link in my bio. It's under my link tree. And I also have a post on my Instagram that's talking about it. So you guys can go check that out.
Jana's crazy, everybody. That's my
I'm crazy. And then also she's going to lecture me on this one too. I did switch my major, which Jessica gave me an earful about before the podcast. I'm switching my major from nursing to business.
Watch out. There's a cat here.
There's a cat. Attack of the kitty.
Right,
anyway, so I will be changing to business with a focus on small business ownership, accounting, and marketing. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I'm too sleepy to repeat what I said earlier. So
Nurse Blackjack's gonna say it for you. Here you go. Blackjack says nursing to business. Ew. Haters gonna hate. That's fine.
I don't know if it's hate. I just like I have a lot of schooling that I paid money for that I don't use. So like I'm always like reluctant to be like you should like pay someone to teach you that. Sometimes I'm like maybe you should just learn it yourself. But if you feel like you can't, then pay someone to teach you that. That's fine.
Right.
But I don't know.
So they have different certificates. I said this to Jessica earlier. Sorry, Jessica, you're going to repeat. So they have different certificates within that degree, and each certificate builds on that degree. And I'm going to be starting with their entrepreneurial accounting and marketing certificate, which is, I think it's 30 credits. And it had a lot of the classes that I feel like I'm weak in. I don't know if you guys know this, but my ex did all of the accounting, all of the taxes, all of that like bookkeeping type stuff for me. And so I feel really weak in those areas. And when it comes to those kind of like math and those kinds of things, I've always needed a formal type setting to learn them. I'm pretty good at self-taught most things. Like I self-taught myself how to weave. I've self-taught, the ball python industry. But there are just some things that I feel like I will benefit from having a structured class, and all it's for is to help me better my businesses. And I just feel like it was a better fit for my family and the custody situation that we have going now. And so a lot of people aren't going to agree with that. I may go back for nursing later and we'll see. For right now, I think that is a more realistic goal. And I do think that it will help me. I don't necessarily want it to go and get a job running someone else's business. I just know that I have some weak areas in the businesses that I'm doing, and I would like to strengthen those.
Godspeed. I don't know. You'll do your best. That's all we ask for around here. So
General management at the flip burgers at McDonald's. I actually have McDonald's managerial experience from my teens. No thanks. I mean, I do it to feed my family, but I lived the fast food job life, and I don't need to ever do it again. Anyway, that's my update. We can move on awkwardly. It's fine. You're going to do your collection update?
Oh, fuck. So Diane's red snakes are supposed to be brumated really cold, really long, because they're from, northern China, Russia, right? So they don't usually have that high fertility if they aren't brumated, even though they'll try. So that was true. I would like to announce that of the 7 eggs, a bunch of them went bad right away. 2 of them looked okay. 1 of them pipped at like 2 weeks. And then the other one was like not responsive to movement. And so I opened it up and he was dead in the egg. So I have 1 baby who's really small and her yolk was like rotten. So she didn't absorb all of it, but she's alive. So because I live in the fucking heat sink of the universe, I'm gonna need a refrigerator, I think, for them, just so I can get them really cold. I agree with the assessment.
Did you move your multiple incubators, or did you just take 1?
I have multiple incubators, yes.
Oh, so you can do one as a brumation center.
I don't have a air compressor on.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yes. Yeah. I was asking if you could just convert them into your.
No, I'd have to go buy like a dedicated wine cooler or whatever.
Do it.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's like where it's cold, you're just like, oh, I'll just put them out in this closet and it's done. But now you have to like worry about it. So that was weird to see someone pip 2 weeks after the egg was laid. It's very strange.
That is very strange. You're like, go back in. You're not ready yet.
And I do think she was undercooked because there was a lot of yolk left, but she abandoned ship.
I'm ready. I want to face her.
She's
Wait,
so
has
small.
she
She's
eaten
like
yet?
garter snake small. I'm gonna have to probably force feed her tails or something. She hasn't. I don't think she can eat a pinky.
That's so weird to me when something's so small it can't eat a pinky. I'm like, what are you?
I not breeding no dogs. Never.
Her mom breeds dogs, so she is like, "You're dumb. You dumb." So you're into two businesses that don't make money. Good job, Jana.
Yeah, I would do a business that you can make money if you wanted. Like, I don't know, like Joop Joop's job. Like, you already like to go to shows to have your kids sell toys. You could sell like specialty boutique toys to adult kids, basically, at Emerald Con or whatever cons are in.
Yeah, we'll see how I do with the balance of these two and some online classes. I'm not going to be taking as heavy a load as I was with nursing. And then we'll see if I'm going to add anything, because I actually want to breed my snakes. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Can't drop these jokes in the chat without me laughing.
The world needs more rig ticks. All right, I'm on my way. I'm going to go pick up 3 right now, because that's the smart thing to do.
Have you been watching Rodney on the internet?
Nope.
Okay, we won't talk about it then. But I don't know. It's just a very, like, the Slither Files and like.
Ouch.
I just think like it's a waste of your time to do business courses.
It's not a waste of my time if it's.
You should just go learn it on the internet, and
we've
then
already talked about this,
your time.
Jessica.
Use your time to make money instead of like paying someone to learn something. I think
that's fair. I do have a certified medical assisting degree. I was a medical assistant for 10 years before I had my kids, and I have a current certification. So I do have a fallback. Thanks, y'all, for worrying. And the OnlyFans. Yeah, a few more years. I guess I'll make content now and just save it in case I get into a jam. Because apparently I have an expiration on that. Thanks for reminding me how old I am.
Oh, he said that wasn't the fallback career.
No, it was the OnlyFans. I got to it. He's just delayed.
Some jobs do require degrees, but I don't know. I don't work, so my opinion is invalid, right? Like, I have a lot of degrees and I don't work and I can't find a job.
Right. So don't lecture me on my degree. So
right. So what the fuck do I know? But I also like refuse to be bored. I like a job. It like drives me insane within 6 months, and then I have to like use copium to get through the day. Even though
Andrew says that I may be able to use it as office manager at a medical firm, which would be amazing. I would love to do something like that.
That'd be better than being a nurse.
Especially once the kids are a little older, then I'll definitely have a lot more flexibility, I feel like. But we'll see. I feel like this is more meeting my needs now. And when I decided that I wanted to go to nursing school, I was 25. I didn't have any kids. And that was my, 5 to 10 year plan, which it's been 10 years in case you need to know how old I am. And like I said, I didn't expect to be single. I didn't expect all these things, and it just isn't fitting well into my life. And my custody schedule is not what I had assumed it would be. And I don't foresee it changing back to what it was. Yeah, it's what makes sense for me. And I don't really have to explain that to anybody. And it doesn't have to make sense to Jessica. It just has to make sense to me. So that's what I'm doing. If anybody wanted a school update, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about my second business, and you guys can all hate in the comments or hate on my Instagram. I'm going to do me.
Are people hating?
Oh, no, I don't know.
I'm just rolling my eyes because I'm like, Jana's adding another project.
Welcome to my life.
You're doing great, Jana. I'm just razzing you because it's easy.
It's real easy.
Oh, let's do a Jessica update that I almost forgot about. Man, stupid fucking. So I'm doing something new this year. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It's probably a bad idea. Let's be honest. I'm actually updating my website.
Woo, that looks really nice.
Right now, I know it's like popular to put snakes for sale on a website. I have had multiple chargebacks and people buying snakes and then immediately being like, can you refund me immediately? Because I used the wrong credit card. Like, very weird behavior from people where like, you need like the barrier of like one message to stop people from being so fucking weird on the internet.
Yes.
So I don't think I'm ever going to, right now I'm like, 50-50, like, do I use the cart system? I don't have anything in the cart system currently. It's on Morph Market because there's a barrier. But
see, in my new business, I have a Hillary, which is like a Jessica, so she's keeping me in check.
Oh, thank God. Keep her around. Pay her extra.
My hair bringing ideas, and she's just like, Jana, maybe you should sleep on that one. She's real nice about it. It's fine.
But I've decided to do like VMS Herp used to do before he got out of the hobby, like all, and I guess Silent Hill did it too, but the parents and all of their babies,
I love
even
it.
if they're my holdbacks or whatever, all together, so that you can like pick based on like the type of look you want relative to the siblings. It's gonna take forever. And the pictures suck because corn snakes move, so like their heads are slightly out of focus, and they have to be in a deli cup to control their dumb bodies.
Yes, I think everyone's websites should have the clutch. I just think that's so useful.
And this will be up here like permanently, even after they sell, with your little like initials or whatever if you want to be private. So you'll know where they go, and you'll know what the lineage of the parents was, so you don't accidentally buy like half siblings or whatever one day. But this is my plan. It relies on like, corn snakes are like the worst to photograph. The worst ever. So it relies on me like wanting to photograph them all, and people knowing that it's here to go check. And these are the pictures that'll go to Morph Market. But this is something I like. I have a thing now where I'm like, I see that one on Morph Market, and I see what I think it's a sibling from this seller. But I'm like, what does the rest of the clutch look like? Because are these like the worst of that litter or the best? Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's more important in corn snakes than ever to have like good selective breeding choices, because that makes the whole difference. A regular A-male,
you can look at the parents and say, I really like this about the parent. I want a child that's also displaying that.
Yes, I think this will make the corn snake market better if we all start doing this. Everyone who breeds corn snakes, if you can have time, because then we will start to treat corn snakes like the selective breeding monsters that they are. So they'll be like crescent geckos, where like you refer to them by their lineage.
Can you scroll down to that candy cane? Is that a candy cane, right?
Technically no, but like effectively yes.
Because it looks like a candy cane.
Yes.
I might need her in my little box. FYI.
Well, you got since it's het cinder, it's not a candy cane. It might be a candy cane by being het cinder, not because it has enough Miami influence to make it a candy cane. So that's why it's not called a candy cane.
Got it.
So if you don't want cinder in your candy cane lines, I wouldn't buy this one. Hi.
Good morning, Leviathan. I mean afternoon, because you're on the other side of the world.
So I think, and I don't think ball python people would care to be like, this is the lineage, this is the specific phenotypes that matter. They don't care. So I won't do it for them. But boas, I'll do it for boa litters from now on also. But I think the only way to make things be meaningful is to apply meaning yourself first. Like if you value the way corn snakes or hognoses look from like a minor phenotypic change level, if you value head structure on your ball python, we need to start valuing it ourselves first. There are ball pythons that are born with heads that are gross. Their eyes are weird sizes.
Or there's like you prefer a certain thing. Like I like the big bulldog heads, and some people hate that. So like I am more likely to keep, if I have two females in the same clutch, if one has a bigger head, I'm more likely to keep that one. And then some have like the really gross thick snouts. And I'm not a fan of that. Like,
well, maybe we should start doing it for ball pythons too. Like, posting their pictures on our website, not on Morph Market, because it gets sold and it's confusing the lineage, and they still haven't fucking done the like parentage thing. You can't attach sire dam still. It's been a fucking year. Darian, hashtag thanks, Darian. I'm giving Darian a hard time because like the things I care about are like the wholesale thing and like the wholesale tab and some sort of indication of testing. I'm still waiting. Hashtag thanks, Darian. So if you could work on that for me, that'd be great. I'm the only person he needs to serve at this time.
So how many hatched corn clutches do you have right now?
Sorry. 8 or 9.
And how many do you have on the ground unhatched? Still cooking.
Maybe another 10.
Wow, it was as many as I thought. Okay.
And then there's, well, I felt follicles in like 10 more females.
You're going to be swimming, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Good thing, though, you got a king snake. Takes care of them. The best part about the king snake is when it's being presented like a dead in the egg baby or something, she will still like thrash to try to kill it every time. Like if you can tell it's a snake. If it's a mouse, she doesn't thrash them. But she's like, oh, this vicious little like dead baby corn snake. And she'll go, I should videotape it. I guess that's gruesome. I won't videotape it.
Some people are trying to breed dwarf hognoses. Ugh, they're already tiny. Ooh, why are you doing that? That's gross. Anyway.
Yeah, hognoses have like very bad inbreeding depression problems. Like if you like jump on Junior's lives, he'll be like, this one, his eyes are slightly weird. So like I would never breed this one. Just like the smallest variation in phenotype sort of compounds and makes a problem. So it's very important for hognose people. They should probably be doing that too. Being like, here's like a mom who's 3 feet long and a dad who's 2 feet long. And she lays perfect clutches every time and double clutches and doesn't eat her babies. So like, wouldn't you want to buy her daughters over somebody who needs like 20 scented pinkies and whatever? I think we just need to start like valuing all the snakes more individually, in my opinion. But I'm an idiot, as always, so don't listen to me. This includes for ball pythons. Like the ball pythons that start in frozen thawed right away, they need to have like plus $20 to their price. Period. Like I have some now, they're like, I don't want it. I'm like, you're a banana. Your destiny is to go be somebody's pet. And I'm like, tease feeding with like a just killed, heart still beating, pre-killed, like ASF on Tonks. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. Only wants it live.
Your destiny is a
king snake. Yeah, if you don't get it together. All right, let's look at some happy pictures. So I'll be updating my stupid website forever now. It's hard to do with corn snakes.
Especially when you have 30 clutches to do. That's a lot of work.
And I also did put my wholesale pricing on the website. So if you want, you don't get to pick, I get to pick. But the rules are up there. It's just for corn snakes. I'm not wholesaling Japanese rat snakes. I guess I had wholesale ball pythons, but nobody cares about ball pythons. Basic level, 35 each. Normal, single gene, spec quality Miamis, but not like deformed. Just like not the best quality Miamis. Nicer, 45 each. Premium, 80 each. But you don't get to pick genders or morphs. But the examples of
it's 10 snakes.
Minimum 10. But you could be like, I have a 20 lot. I don't know how many lots of these I'll have this year, but probably some. Like maybe 50 to 100 snakes could go wholesale. Maybe less. I don't know. For those people from Taiwan who always want to buy corn snakes every year, hit me up. Then let's have some last things we do. We'll have a short episode today because it's a lot of work doing stonks.
She needs to go take a nap.
Some happy pictures. Black axanthic calico, hardware exotic.
That nice. Is sexy.
I think he's doing a sale right now too. So somebody buy it, send it to me. Thank you. This one I thought was really cool. Paint. Cryptic paint. I don't know which way you want to say it.
That's interesting. I kind of like it.
I like that it made the top fuzzy, like crinkly too. Like obviously like paint, but you know, like Cryptic is so like smooth, like the saddles that become reduced in the towers. It like fought it back completely. I think it's better than the clown paint, but I'm maybe biased. I just think it's very cool.
It is really cool.
This was by Azani Reptiles. Congratulations. Very cool. 10 out of 10. And then another desert ghost, which whatever. Spot nose, blackhead, yellow belly, desert ghost, Pacific Coast pythons. It seems like I like the ones that don't look like desert ghosts. Is that a problem?
You could tell it's in there because of how bright it is.
Right, the head's weird. Like, different. That was by Pacific Coast Pythons. Congratulations. Cool combo. $5 each and free shipping? I don't think so.
So are those 10 packs free shipping or is that?
No. Like if you want.
Well, even if you did the high end and you did $100 box, would that count as free shipping? Give a little, Jessica.
I don't know.
Oh, it's still a no, people.
I just do free shipping at $1,000. That's like always been my plan.
Okay. That's fair. That's what I do.
So if you want to buy 12, you would qualify for free shipping of the $800. And I don't know if someone was like, I want to buy 40, I'd probably like cut of the $80 ones. I would probably cut the price down too. Like the problem is the $80 ones are the ones that I want to retail.
Correct.
Myself. So like, would I have 40 of them?
Right.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I stole all that from leopard gecko breeders because they produce like way too fucking much. They know they're going to wholesale a bunch of it.
Their market's really healthy. So look at what they're doing, people.
And
adopt it like Jessica.
I don't know if it's healthy. That was a strong statement. I think it's mature.
I meant their market was healthy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's healthy. I think it's mature.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to talk to Christian about it when he comes on. Anything else?
Do you have any shows coming up? Or are you done with shows forever?
I have the show in July. I'm like sighing as I talk about it. I don't mean to. This is the last one. I'll complain about this one, and then it'll be the last one. And then I'll just be like waiting to be led into Arlington or something, I think. Unless this one is like, wow, things are totally different.
Well, you put in a fair shake of trying them.
Right. Everybody's always like, you need to try, a show at a particular location 3 times. That's kind of a good rule, but like, that's a lot of times. Like, because like El Reno moved, so am I restarting at the new location? So I've only done that one once. I feel like I should do 3 times for the region. How about that?
Yeah.
Because right now I pay money to go there and I get bed bugs or something.
Or lost dogs. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Not right this second. But that's it, pretty much. So
wait. I would like to bring back Monday Movie Madness.
Oh my God! Thank God. It's back.
It is summer.
Where's Positivity Corner?
Positivity Corner. Monday Movie Madness. We'd love to bring these things back because it's summer. I am taking no classes this summer. So if you have a positive, somebody got their first clutch or hit a world's first or is having a baby, message me. I will include you in Positivity Corner. And then Movie Madness, I don't know, well, Jessica and I will decide and I'll post it on Monday.
Are you want people to vote again or? Okay. I'm going to make you watch anime again.
No, you are. Maybe every other will be anime.
I can't wait. All
right. Look forward to those. We have 2 auctions coming up, July 8th and July 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you are wanting to vend with us, message any of our social medias and let us know. We'll add you to the list.
Yeah, we'll probably literally just do it every 2 weeks from now until shipping blackout time. To be perfectly honest. It's just we have to skip like Tinley weekend and stuff like that. That's just the fact of life. So we have 7 people or something, or 10, or I don't know, who've asked for it. We'll go through them first, and then other people can get added and mixed in wherever is convenient. And we're just going to since Morph Market sucks and is not that great, we're just going to make the market make sense for us here. Period. End of story. I don't know what to say about it. Darian did say, like, the amount of snakes sold on the whole platform or inquiries that completed is higher this June than last June. That's fine. But the inventory is higher too. So we have to figure out a way to stand up. So if you want to stand up, grow your brand, present your product in a different way to a different audience, check us out on the auction. And join us on the auction.
Testing on intake friendly required.
Mm-hmm. That just means you're better than all this shit on Morph Market anyway.
We shouldn't have to say, but my free as well.
Yes.
And I had said earlier, if you missed it, we don't require wholesale prices. You set your own prices.
Yeah, you can really retail.
You just need to message us when you ask and let us know what you're selling and if it's pet quality or high-end quality, so we can plug you into the right places. And if you have something that's not ball pythons, you're going to get preferential treatment to the other people because we're just going to plug in a few ball python people to each one. And if you have a specialty item that's not a ball python, they will get plugged in as well. So there's like we're hoping to put at least one alternative reptile in each. And then if we can get enough people interested, we would love to eventually do like a hognose one, like hognose specific, or like a gecko specific, things like that. So
or high-end only night.
Or a high-end only night.
I think that'd be like really fun. Yeah, like you can only bring stuff that's over $1,000 or $2,000. That would be fun.
So we have lots of fun stuff in store for those. So message us if you're interested in participating. Your money is your money. We don't get a percentage of your sales.
Hell no.
And you have full control over what prices you put. So isopods, that'd be kind of fun.
Meow.
Meow.
He's back.
Anyway, if you have questions about the show or something you'd like to see, you can hit up all our social medias. They're in the links below, as well as your Stonk's full report.
Oh, yeah, the stonks are down there. And if people have requests for stonks or species, it's harder with other species because there's not as much sold items to sift through. But I'm not really sure where to take like the ball python ones because a lot of stuff is slowed down. So if you're like, man, I'm really into super OD blackheads, I don't know, whatever. Just let me know. I'll do whatever you want. We're here to serve the paying audience. Have you paid? It's
me?
Free, I think.
Yeah, all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Hope you had a happy, safe 4th of July. We will catch you on Saturday. All fingers still intact. We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. Come, we will be giving away free T-shirts, and you don't have to be bidding to participate. Get your beer out. Come hang out with us.
Auction a Hognose, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. We will be advertising that on Instagram. If you see it, please share it to your stories. If you feel like it, put it to your page. The more people we can generate and move this direction, the better the auctions will do in the future for anyone who wants to participate. Sharing for us helps for you. Do your thing. We'll see you Saturday evening.
Bye. I love you.
I love you.
I love this cat more though.
She does.
He's so
she really
fluffy.
does.